My brother and I were very blessed, had an amazing family, and everything we did revolved around fishing. We grew up on a lake, all of our vacations. Fishing was that one thing where even my brother in a wheelchair could do. You didn't have to be an athlete, you didn't have to be a superstar. Anybody could do it, and it united our family. So with fishing, I saw there was a ton of different places that you could watch fishing shows or read about fishing, like magazines and TV shows, but no one was actually out there like teaching you how to go catch fish, showing you where you should be fishing, because that's really the most important part, right? And we saw like, why isn't there one place that you could talk about fishing and discuss fishing and share fishing that's clean? Need number two, just industry-wide, was a need for family-friendly content. A lot of fishermen, you've heard of having a mouth like a sailor, and all of a sudden we come in here and create these, Facebook groups and don't allow any negativity, no belittling, no cursing, and people like, where do these guys come from? We were two Christian brothers who had, a fishing company, and we had the word God like way down on our about page, and that was kind of it. We led with family first, and we like to tell people we're Christian, but not at the workplace, right? And we're like, hey, that's kind of supposed to be separate. You got your company, and then you got your church. So I show up to a normal C12 meeting in my hometown, and there's a guest there, this guy named Daryl Linker. I'll never forget him. He'd never been to our place before, never met this guy. And all of a sudden we're talking about our mission statement. And I was bragging that, oh yeah, we have God on our mission statement, even though it was buried way down. And all of a sudden Daryl, he was sitting right across from me, I'll never forget it. And he looks at me, he's like, why not Jesus Christ? I knew the second that he said it, like I had to do it. There's been something like just weighing on my shoulders. It was the whole reason I joined C12 in the first place. I felt like we were being called to use this platform to do something bigger. The first step was declaring that we are a Christian company. That was a big step for us because we had never actually mentioned that before. So the next step was to create an unchurched podcast. And that was every Sunday we were gonna get on a camera and talk about God, talk about Jesus, answer some tough questions. And we finally filmed it. So I had it, had the raw footage, it was ready to go. We edited it, had it ready. And we sat on it for a couple weeks, just like, man, do we want to take this jump? I mean, it's one thing to put Jesus Christ on your site. It's a different thing to start creating content about Jesus Christ as a fishing company. We have a pretty bold guarantee, an entire year of people can get their money back. And we were like, man, all these people legally could ask for their money back. And we had to hit the send button to approximately 70,000 people on our email list. We could be toast, all because of one decision, to be bold, to be faithful. It was October 13th, it was a Sunday, and all of a sudden, we saw numbers, real-time stats was just peaking. I mean, in a given day, we'll have, 100 to 125 people, real-time on our site at any given second, and it's just 200, 300, 400, it just starts going up and up and up, and we're like, oh my gosh. The types of responses I got back from people, I mean, it was overwhelming. But what made it all worthwhile was we knew we did the right thing. I mean, the outpouring of love, just the feeling you get when you know you're being bold and you're doing the right thing, it was there. I mean, that day, October 13th, it was a game changer for us personally, us as believers, and even just our company, the Impact League. We've actually seen massive growth. I mean, even during this pandemic, we continue to grow every single month. And it all started that October 13th. We are called to be bold, to be brave, to tell the truth, right? I mean, if you lead with love and if you lead with Jesus, how can you possibly go wrong with that?